name is Joel Bein, chef of Rub Food Truck. I became a PTA president and I would do all the food for all the back to school picnics. So, each back to school picnic, there's 400 to 600 people. We'd get a bunch of meat donated. I would smoke it all. We'd, cook all the food. And they'd say everybody that would come through the line would ask where the food was catered from. We decided to jump on the food truck thing because I thought, people are making money on this, but I could probably do it too. So we bought the food truck and started to work backwards through the kind of business process. My mom is from New Orleans. My dad is a Jew from New York. So everything from the nice Southern classics to Jewish New York delicacies were all the things that were in my wheelhouse growing up. So I slowly started incorporating some of those things in the traditional barbecue we were doing on Rub. And now we're kind of known for our fusion style of barbecue, of grilled and smoked meat, kind of an avant-garde approach to barbecue, if you will, the stuff we're doing now. The movement, probably started really a little bit before we got ours. We kind of got in on the mid-drift of where it was really starting to peak. And right after we opened, there was a huge flood of other guys that have opened. Obviously, most of them are closed now because it's part of the business. Most restaurants and food trucks just won't survive in any market. But the ones that are truly unique and really niche are the ones who are making it. So we kind of have survived the first few hard years, and now we're kind of paving our own way. We're not just slinging fast food from a food truck. We're slinging serious food, but we're mobile, so we can kind of write our own rules. I don't want to be bound to, hey, you have to be here at this time and do this. Like when I'm at the farmer's market, if I see a lot of good ingredients and products that I want to use, I'll buy them all up and then decide what we're going to do later. I'm not going to be bound by any traditional restrictions on what we can or can't do and where we can and can't set up. Obviously we're in Oklahoma, so people love barbecue. And, let's be honest, there's a lot of just average barbecue. We got bored doing traditional barbecue and started expanding on that. So now we start everything with the traditional barbecue base, with a rub and a smoke, but now we do other things with it than just serving it traditionally. All the nuances are fun and easy to take in different directions. And that's kind of what our niche we filled, is doing different weird stuff with it and kind of our own style. Like I mentioned before, we do a lot of community service work, a lot of charity stuff, charity cook-off, stuff outside the truck. And that's kind of what we became known for too. When we have time and the product on board that we're not selling, there's several places we go that homeless people know where to see us, and they know if they see us rolling up that they can come up and get a free meal. We're growing. We do have a spot downtown that we are working on, building a brick and mortar. So hopefully this time next year we'll be building out our kitchen. The building has just broken ground, so it'll be probably about a year, give or take, until we can actually get in the space to build out. But yeah, we are going to go and take that next step and move into a brick and mortar so we can kind of expand on what we're doing now. We can do a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We can have our taco menu. We can do our farm to table menus. So that way we kind of incorporate everything we do into one thing. Is when we very first started doing brunch, I was looking through a food magazine and it had a list of the top 10 dishes in Tulsa. I saw a picture of my food and it was my smoked salmon eggs Benedict, and I was like, holy shit, here's my dish with all these other guys. This is great. So that's something that we've expanded on, and brunch is one of our favorite things to do. So Tulsa is really the biggest small town in the world. There's everything you could possibly want to do built in here and available to do pretty much daily, but it's small enough that you see a lot of the same people in similar circles. So big enough to do whatever you could possibly want, but small enough that you don't lose that kind of small town or homey kind of feel. Any what? Matzo balls?
Yeah.
Well, don't think you won't see some matzo ball soup in the wintertime, but right now it's hot. It's the summer. Who wants matzo ball soup when it's 100 degrees out?